So today we're going to take a little look at one of my favorite figures that I have in my collection. Studio Series 86, kind of. Technically it's Buzzworthy Bumblebee, but I consider it Series 86. Battle damaged Ironhide. It's literally Ironhide's corpse. But yeah, in the movie he gets shot through the chest and then blasted in the head by Megatron for such heroic nonsense. But yeah, I'll show you how to transform this guy. He's pretty cool. So as you can see, his legs are very panel-y, which is awesome because his feet are made of the panels. It's one of my favorite transformations, honestly. He has two guns, which that's more of a Ratchet thing, but Ratchet uses the same mold, so it's fine. So I really like this part. Got this nice cavity for the head and just goes in there. You gotta make sure you've got these folded out just right so that they pop on in. Now, you're gonna take his waist and you've gotta, there we go. Get it so that you can twist around. This joint is very annoying sometimes. So that you can twist around his bumper. There we go. Oh, wheel fell off again. That tends to happen with this. That's one of the issues with the old mode. But, I mean, it's pretty cool. And then you just snap the bumper on there. Now these arms are kind of interesting. Make sure you've got it like this for both arms. Make sure you just get it all the way over. Don't let the little articulation bit flop out. And then you're going to line up the pegs together. That, and then kind of put it like this. You'll see why it looks like this later on in the transformation. Now let's move on to these very nice paneled legs. Got this panel. Now these are going to be the rear doors. Would have been funny if these were his ass, but feet's fine as well. Flip this out. So at this point you can kind of guess what's going to be going on with this whole assembly up here. I'm going to take this part and it's going to crunch in. It's a very nice thing. Just gotta get it together. You gotta really push in there. It really doesn't feel all that good. It's part of the transformation that I'm always like, I'm going to break something whenever I'm doing it. So this step might take a bit. If you want, you can skip ahead a few seconds. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait to do that later once I've got the other pieces in. Right. There we go, that's what I was doing wrong. Okay, you gotta do that, then you're gonna tab the legs together. There we go. And this kind of slots into there. But we're not going to do that yet because it's much more important that we get this assembly rocked back onto there. There we go. This kind of tells you how you've got to have these situated. Man, this part, I kind of remember how to do it, but it's like one of those ones where you remember how it works, but not exactly how you do it. There we go. And you just want to kind of tab this assembly together. It's kind of like what I'm assuming the Gamer Edition cliff jumper is going to be like, which I will be getting soon, and I'm kind of excited for because I just really love cliff jumper and have never had a figure of him, so this will be my first cliff. Kind of annoying that Cliff always dies, but if there's a Jazz, I'm fine if there's a very dead cliff jumper. Okay, so now we can gotta kind of cram that whole part onto there. Oh, I am very dumb and am missing a panel. I think. No. Huh. Alright. This whole thing is really annoying to transform. But it does have a sick alt mode, so it does kind of make up for that little issue. Gotta kind of push this up against it so you really get it on there good on both sides. There we go. Man, this thing is annoying sometimes. I know I've probably said it like 50 times in this video, but it really can be. There we go. Almost done. This is normally the part where I give up and start cursing a lot. And then my roommate thinks that I am having a mental breakdown. Ah! Damn it. God damn little bitch. Get in there. Yeah. If you're wondering why I'm not cutting this out, I'm just wanting to show how, like, annoying this cliff jumper can... got cliff jumper on my mind now. This fucking Ironhide can be, because you really are pushing on things way too hard, and it's like, I'm gonna break something every time. But a vehicle mode, I think I'll just leave it like this for now, since I really don't want to break this because I really like this toy. Then this would be tabbed into there a lot better, but then you just put the guns on top and then put a blast effect in the windshield, and oh no, he got shot in car mode and is dead. But this time is a car that's dead. He's a dead man. Oh no, he died. But yeah, it is a cool figure, don't get me wrong. I would recommend getting it. It comes with Prowl. It's a pretty cool set, and you can kind of recreate the scene from the movie, so, you know, good points for that. But yeah, that's about it. I'll do another video on both figures that's more on their articulation and then Prowl's transformation probably. I'll do a separate video for Prowl, but yeah, this set was a pretty cool thing to get. I saw it on Amazon and had just watched the 86 movie and it was like, yeah, definitely want that. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do. Forgot you flip down the fists. So yeah, definitely that is a step you need to follow or you will get a very, very dumb looking mode. I do like how these feet convert though, like, it's not one of those ones where it's like an annoying mess of panels where you're like, which way does this panel go and which way does this panel go? It's very, this panel goes here, this panel goes here. And not like, oh my god, there are too many panels, what the fuck am I doing? Oh no, kind of thing. That a lot of other very heavily paneled Transformers can be like. And then fold these in, boom, boom, and then 90s at the knees. He's got toe tilt, a lot of foot movement, very, very posable. You know, 90s at the arms. He has this kind of a joint, and then of course bicep swivels, and it's on like a mushroom, so it can pop off kind of easily, but not too much of an issue. You know, 360 rotations at the shoulder, 360 bicep swivel. You can also move that way if you want for like some I'm very dead kind of poses, but of course 360 head rotation. Very, very nice. Personally, I like the Prowl a lot more, but that's just because he's Prowl, and I really like Transformers that turn into police cars, even though I currently only have one. I'm trying to hunt down more. It's surprisingly hard to find them, and I don't really want to get a toy from Rescue Robot since that is a show for kids. I don't really want to just be like, oh, look at my Transformers collection, and somebody like, hey, isn't that a kid's toy? And they're like, oh, maybe. But yeah, he also has wrist swivels, which is really interesting because a lot of figures with like folding in arms don't usually have a wrist swivel, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, I really like this dude. It's fun. Nice novelty toy, you know. Good for like 86 movie display if you want to do that. Just pretty nice. I really recommend him. And here's kind of how I do the pose that I did at the beginning. You gotta have his head kind of down and put his arm at his side. But kind of like how that looks. I put his gun next to him like he's dropped it. This gun's gonna be going like this, sort of like his limbs are going limp. He's dead now. Kind of spread out legs like he was standing and he fell down. And he's, of course, got the blast effect right there in his windshield. And that's kind of how I had him looking. Really nice figure. I highly recommend getting it. I'll say a 9 out of 10. Bye.